In this video, we are going to talk about the anatomy and physiology of the heart, one of the most important organs in your body. The heart is the central pump of the circulatory system, and its job is to make sure blood keeps moving throughout the entire body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the tissues and removing waste products like carbon dioxide. Now, if someone asked you, where is the heart located? What would you say? The heart is actually located in the thoracic cavity, right between the lungs, slightly tilted to the left side of the chest. It sits behind the sternum and above the diaphragm. This area is called the mediastinum. So let's start with the anatomy of the heart first. The heart has four chambers. The top two are called the atria, the right atrium and the left atrium. These are the receiving chambers of the heart. The bottom two chambers are called the ventricles, the right ventricle and the left ventricle, and these are the pumping chambers. Now, how this works is, blood enters the heart through the atria and exits through the ventricle. The right side of the heart deals with deoxygenated blood, while the left side of the heart deals with oxygenated blood. Now, let's further break it down. The oxygenated blood from the body flows into the right atrium through the large veins, the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. From the right atrium, the blood travels into the right ventricle. When the right ventricle contracts, it pumps blood into the lungs through the pulmonary artery. This process is part of what we call the pulmonary circulation, which is the movement of blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. Now, once the blood reaches the lungs, it picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. This freshly oxygenated blood returns to the heart, this time into the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. From the left atrium, the blood flows into the left ventricle, and this chamber, which is the left ventricle, has the thickest walls because it needs to pump blood out to the entire body. The blood leaves the left ventricle through the aorta, the body's largest artery, and travels into all tissues. This is called systemic circulation. Now, let's talk about the valves. There are four main valves in the heart that make sure blood flows in one direction, and these are: 1. The tricuspid valve. This valve is found between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Number 2, the pulmonary valve. This valve is found between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. Then the mitral valve, which is between the left atrium and the left ventricle. And then finally, the fourth valve is the aortic valve, which is between the left ventricle and the aorta. Now we can say these valves open and close with each heartbeat, and this is to prevent any backflow of blood. So that being said, you can ask the question, what makes the heart beat? And that question, of course, brings us to the physiology of the heart. The heart has its own electrical system. The rhythm is controlled by the sinoarterial node, or the SA node, which is often called the heart's natural pacemaker. It is located in the right atrium. The SA node sends out electrical impulses that cause the atria to contract. So how this works is, the signal travels into the atrioventricular node, which is the AV node, then down to the bundle of His, and then down into the Purkinje's fibers, which spreads throughout the ventricles and cause them to contract. This entire sequence is what creates one heartbeat. Now let's go through that again. Firstly, the atria contracts first, pushing blood into the ventricles. Then the ventricles contract, pushing blood out of the heart. After that, the heart relaxes for a brief moment before the next beat begins. This cycle is called the cardiac cycle, and it happens about 60 to 100 times per minute in a healthy adult. Now here is something important. The left and the right side of the heart works together, but they handle different circulation. The right side controls the pulmonary circulation, which is the to and from the lungs, while the left side controls the systemic circulation, which is to and from the body. Finally, just like any other tissue, the heart itself needs oxygen. That's where the coronary arteries comes in. These arteries branch off the aorta and supplies the heart muscle, which is the myocardium, with oxygen-rich blood. So there you have it. There is a 5-minute video of the anatomy and the physiology of the heart. Hopefully, this video helped you and to understand how the heart is structured and how it works to keep you alive bit by bit. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.